So it's time we start defining our own routes and see how they're implemented in Sinatra application. We have a very sad, empty Sinatra app right now, so let's see how we add some logic. Every route we define is looking to match two key pieces of information. The first is the type of HTTP request that is coming in. So the HTTP verb. Is it a GET request? Is it a POST request? Or is it something else? And the second key piece of information is the actual path that the user is requesting. So is the user making a request to /sign in or to /sign out? Or is the user requesting /inbox or /inbox/starred? So those two key pieces of information, the verb of the request and the request path itself, are what will match in our routes. So let's revisit some of the Udacity.com routes that we played around with earlier. To get the home page, we have to make a GET request to the path /. So the verb is GET, that's the first piece, and then the path is /. And it's important that / is relative to the base URL, which in this case is Udacity.com. But for us, when we're in development, it will be localhost 4567. So when you make this request, the logic on the Udacity.com backend responds with the homepage content. Likewise, when we make a GET request to the path /nanodegree, there's a route on the backend that decides to respond with the nanodegree programs page. So enough of all this conceptual stuff, let's dive into the actual syntax. How do we define a route using Sinatra? Well, it looks like this. So here's Ruby code, and the first bit is the verb of the request, so most of the time GET or POST. Then the second part is the path as a string, so /nanodegree, or often just /. Then do and end, and then inside of here, where I have a comment, that's where you'll put the code that actually is executed when a request matches these two key pieces of information, the verb and the path. So let's take a look at a few examples. This code here will only be executed when a GET request is made to the path /about. Here's another one. This code, again, it's just a comment that doesn't do much, but whatever we have here will be executed when a POST request is made to /login. And here's one more. When a GET request is made to /nanodegree, we'll run this code. So hopefully you see this pattern here. A verb, a path as a string, do and end, and in between is where we actually put the code that will execute. So what that code looks like varies drastically depending on your application, but this syntax and this pattern stays pretty much the same throughout.